There's a quiet kind of progress that no one claps for. It doesn't show up in Instagram stories or LinkedIn promotions. It's waking up before noon again. It's finally answering that message. It's cooking instead of ordering out. So if your progress doesn't come with a milestone or a big announcement, it feels invisible. And when your healing is invisible, so is your worth. You start thinking, everyone's moving forward and I'm just here trying to function. You're not just there. A world that thinks being vulnerable is a weakness and therapy is something to only be used as a last resort. A world where people stay in jobs they hate because quitting feels like failure, in relationships that hurt because leaving would mean being alone. This world tells you to push through because you're stronger than this. And while that might be true, there's nothing wrong with slowing down either. If pushing through meant running away from your pain, then yes, run. But if running away just made you numb, then stop. When you stop, you start noticing things. You notice the quiet ways you were hurting. You notice all the ways you had to pretend you were okay. You notice how much strength it took to keep going. And all of that is valid. All of that is pain. You're rebuilding from things no one else saw. You used to think crying in front of other people was weak. Being honest about what you need was selfish. Setting boundaries was aggressive. All of those things are strengths. It just are. But it takes a minute to learn how to use them. In the meantime, while you're learning, it's okay to take your time. Be gentle with yourself. You didn't become broken overnight. You won't become whole overnight. Healing isn't a race. It's a long conversation with yourself. It's filled with uncomfortable silences and unexpected questions. It's messy and emotional and exhausting. It comes with good days and bad days. And some days, you just want to lie down. And that's okay. It's part of it. It's the part no one talks about. They talk about the breakthroughs and the celebrations, not the lying down. But the lying down is important too, because that's where you learn how to rest again. That's where you learn how to sit with yourself and all of your feelings. It's where you learn how to be okay. You're learning to be okay again, not just on paper, but in your bones. That takes time. It takes strength. However small you think it is, it's not too small. However, your healing is exactly what is needed. Just breathe, and no one needs to understand it for it to be valid. These things look small from the outside, but inside they're victories. Because healing isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just less hard than it was yesterday. But we forget that. For others, it means long walks and good food. Some heal by talking about it, and others learn to journal their feelings. There's no right way to heal. The best way is whatever helps you get through today. That might mean pacing yourself and resting. And honestly, that can feel scary. You worry you're being too slow, that you should be further along by now, that maybe healing isn't working. But sometimes healing is just taking the time to let go of what was and becoming who will be. Because the world only celebrates growth when it's measurable. New job, new car, new partner. Your growth is really if it looks like rest. Stop measuring yourself by timelines that were never designed for healing. You are not behind. You're just not performing. And that doesn't make you late. It makes you honest. Everyone's rushing to look fine. You're choosing to become fine. That's rare. And it's brave. So no, you're not behind. You're underground, growing quietly, slowly, deeply, and one day you'll bloom. Because you forced it, but because you gave yourself time. Healing looks different for everyone. For some it means therapy and medication. And you have to do this in a world that wasn't built for you. You weren't always this way. So however you're healing, it's enough. However slow you think it is, it's not too slow.